What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And man, I am so excited to be reviewing my first Avengers Endgame LEGO set, 76131 Avengers Compound Battle. This set has 699 pieces, is for ages 8 and up, and retails for $99.99 in the United States. Now, as you can see, we've got a nice little assortment of figures here. We've got a microfig Ant-Man, an Outrider, Iron Man, Nebula in her quantum suit, Captain Marvel, a brand new Thanos, and a brand new Hulk. There's also a helicopter up top here, there's a car in the garage, and then some cool play features in the Avengers Compound. So, I really like this set, and let me break it down for you and show you why, but let's start off by taking a look at the minifigures. Okay, so first we'll look at the Outrider just to get him out of the way. It's just like every other Outrider from Infinity War and these other Endgame sets. Same torso, same head, everything. There's this nice little backpack piece that I always liked that I think debuted with these guys, but anyways, it holds these arms on there so that you can get 6 arms total for the Outrider. So nothing unbelievable, nothing we've never seen before, but we've got to talk about it. Next up, we've got Nebula, and this is the first quantum suit that I've actually reviewed on my channel, so I'll spend a little extra time on it here. You can see that there's some great leg printing on the feet, and it really does connect well with the top. It looks like mine might have a little smudged printing. It looks a little worse in person than on camera, what I'm looking at here, but anyways, talking about Nebula, I want to point out that this Nebula head is a new head. So looking at these, the head on top here is from Volume 1 Guardians of the Galaxy, the head on bottom is Volume 2, and then this one on the Endgame Nebula is from Endgame, obviously. So we've got 3 different looks, and you'll notice that the bottom 2, so Volume 2 and Endgame, have the dark blue in the middle and the light blue on the sides, whereas the Volume 1 Guardians has the light blue in the middle and the dark blue on the sides. So just something interesting and worth noting. Then flipping the figure around, you can see what the back looks like, pretty much the same, and she's got a sword, so that's super cool, and that is Nebula from Avengers Endgame. Next up, we've got Mark 85 Iron Man, which has these really nice gold arms, but otherwise, it's not too terribly dissimilar from the Endgame Iron Man. Now, it is a different armor, but the torso designs are pretty similar. Some new legs comparing the two, and then he came with power blasts for both hands, and then 1x1 rounds for him to look like he's flying. But the helmet has those blue eyes, so that's a pretty nice little piece. And then when we lift this up, we've got the same old Tony Stark head that we've been getting for a while now. So he's got the computer on that side, and then he's got just a smirk on that side. So overall, it's a cool Iron Man, and if Iron Man passes away or dies or sacrifices himself in Endgame, this may be our last MCU Iron Man armor. So hats off to you, Tony Stark, but I hope you make it through. Next up, we've got Captain Marvel, and she's exactly the same as she is in her movie set. So we've got this Black Widow-style hair in this dirty blonde color. She's got a smirk on this side, and then a little more serious look on this side. But other than that, yeah, the torso is exactly the same. Plain blue legs, plain blue arms, pretty disappointing, but overall, that's what she looks like. And then she also has these power blasts that you can make it look like she's flying or hovering in place. I know she's kind of cropped out of the camera there. So I'll move this down, and she's got these little power blasts that she can hold like that. You can make her hold different ones, and you can do these in any combination to make her powers look different, but I'm glad that they're orange. It's a little more movie accurate. And if those are too extreme for you, they give you these really nice ones that just go over her hands that make her look like she has, I guess, binary fists using her binary powers from the movie. So overall, it's a pretty cool figure, but I wish that they gave more design to the body. Next up, we have the Microfig Ant-Man figures, and I'll bring them closer so you can see. So the nice thing is, this set comes with 2, just in case you happen to lose one. And comparing him to the old Microfig Ant-Man, I'll just throw him there so you can see side by side. Of course, they're the same size. I think that the helmet looks a little better than the Civil War version we got a few years ago. But yeah, he's in his quantum suit, so he's shrunk down. There's no printing on the back, but the head is still silver on the back. And those are the figures. So I really like that they give you 2 just in case you happen to lose one, because if you guys are anything like me, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Next up, we've got the Incredible Hulk, and guys, I legitimately think this is my favorite Hulk Big Fig to date. I think that they really nailed the face looking like Mark Ruffalo. The hair looks good. It's pretty similar hair, if not the same hair we've always gotten, but I like these blue pants with the design on it. But the one weird thing that stands out about this figure is he doesn't have any toes. Previous Hulks in the past have either had toe printing, like on Age of Ultron Hulk, or he's actually had, like, little lines in his feet to show his toes, like in Ragnarok. So it's kind of weird to see a Hulk with no feet. Well, he has feet, but no toes. You know what I'm saying. So, I don't know. It's just something weird and different, and every time I look at it, it just throws me off a little bit. And last but certainly not least, we have the Mad Titan, Thanos. So this figure is really cool. You can see next to his Infinity War design, it's pretty similar, but in Infinity War, he's got a really mean, angry face, and in this one, he's got a confident smirk. So I think that that's pretty cool. We get a new Infinity Gauntlet, but I'll get to that in a minute. He's got this little hammer up here that kind of spins around. I doubt that that's going to be the way it is in the movie. I think that that's just a design thing. But he's got gray, like a gray onesie on with some gold armor there. The same general mold from the last Thanos. Some arm printing. And then before I get to the gauntlet, guys, if you guys are worried about even the most minor Endgame spoilers, go ahead and skip ahead to the review part of the video from here. But this isn't really a huge spoiler because it's on the box, but the gauntlet only has 2 Infinity Stones in it. So I'm not sure why that's the case. It's got the time and the Power Stone, and if you don't know, they come on little rings like this, and then you have to twist the stone out. So you'll get 4 total of each stone, which is cool, but I'm really not sure why it didn't come with a completed gauntlet. That's kind of weird, and I hope that it's some kind of plot device in the movie or something, and not just an oversight from LEGO. But in any case, that's pretty cool. You can pull the gauntlet off, and it actually plays a role in the set, and it comes with an extra hand for Thanos, so that if you wanted to in your play adventures, you could have Thanos only having his hands on, or one hand regular and one hand with the gauntlet. So now that we've got through all the figures, let's go ahead and jump into the Avengers Compound review. Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the figures, let's start breaking down the set itself. So right up front here, the first play feature is this little drawbridge gate thing that opens, and you just push this little knob down, and it rests against a little clip here that holds that up, so that's pretty cool. There's a little swivel thing over here, a little radar, and then you can grab the garage door here, open that up, and then pull out this Avengers car. This car is pretty neat. There's a sticker on this side, there's a sticker on the computer up top here, and there's a sticker here, so not too sticker heavy. You can fit one character inside, the little turret moves, and then you can aim this upward a little bit, and you would just put a minifigure there, and so it can hold 2 minifigures, but only one driving, and it's a pretty neat little vehicle. It reminds me of a Junior's build, but it's a little bit more reminiscent of the Jurassic World designs. But speaking of vehicles, up top here, we've got a helicopter that holds a little sword on this side, Nebula's sword, that is. Then on this side, it holds a little fire extinguisher thing here, which almost every LEGO Marvel set has had a fire extinguisher in it. At least every series has had one. Then you can turn this little turret here, and it shoots off those 1x1 round studs, just like that. Then this opens up, and there's a little sticker piece inside here where you can set one minifigure inside. And then, of course, the propellers move, and then there's these little parts on the back. And it's funny, the back part of this almost reminds me of a Quinjet design, so that's pretty cool. So let me get those vehicles out of here while we talk about the rest of the set. So on the side of the garage over here, you can see there are some tools like a blowtorch, there's a little wrench, there's a crowbar, there's a saw, so that's cool. There's a door that opens here, some nice windows there, some really nice architecture. Up top, on top of these beams, there are these moving turrets that point straight up like that and then down. I guess for some people who would be attacking the compound, hint hint Thanos. So then you can close that garage door here. This side of the garage is open, probably for playability purposes, and the back is open too. And as you can see up top here, there's a really nice 6x6 flat piece here that you put an Avengers sticker on that looks really, really cool. So there's a walkway that connects the 2 buildings like that. Then when we turn it on the side, you can finally see the interiors here. So let me get you in for a closer look for those interiors. Okay, so on the top floor, there are 3 seats. They don't swivel, they just sit there, but there are 3 cups, one for each person, and then a bottle here in the middle. And when you lift this table up, there are actually some guns hidden inside the table, so you've always got to be ready for intruders, right? So that table just clips right back on like that, and then there's this part here that turns, and that's how people get in and out. So if you're outside, you step in here, and then it turns you around and brings you inside the meeting room. So that's pretty cool. I really like on the walkway here, this little attention to detail, these 3x3 step pieces here. Well, that's a 2x3 underneath and then a 1x3 on top, but I like that attention to detail with those steps. And that's the top floor. And then moving down to the bottom floor, there's a little computer here that swivels, which is kind of interesting. And the screen is made of the top part of like a book or a briefcase, so that's kind of neat. There's a sticker on there that shows them analyzing the Infinity Gauntlet and the stones in it, and then there's a little keyboard. Then there's a pole right here that you put a sticker on, which you can see has a minifigure hand on it. So there's, you know, probably like a scan-in thing there. And then you open this up and the Infinity Gauntlet sits on here. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so moving the camera down, you can see that's the Infinity Gauntlet in there with this laser grid guarding it. So that's how you open and close it. And then you can see there's a little red clip here, and when you pull this, you can actually pull it out as if somebody were just going to rip the wall straight out and get the gauntlet out for themselves. So that's the way that works. You can see there's some red lines there, so that when you point this in and you turn the building all the way around and look at the front from the front side, you can see that it's laser security guarded by the window there. Now, probably not the smartest move for the Avengers to keep the most dangerous gauntlet in the world right behind some glass there, but it's a LEGO set, so we gotta give them some credit. Up here, there's a little keypad for people to check in, and then this door opens to get into the Avengers compound. So let's zoom out and take one last look at the outside of the set. Okay, so zooming out, the only other things I haven't drawn attention to are this really nice 2x2 round Avengers piece here that actually has the Avengers logo printed on it. That's super nice. And then on the side, there's this 4x4 with some studs on top that you put this cool Avengers sticker on. And then there's this turret on the roof that spins, and when you push this down, well, you need to hold that pretty still, but when you push the missile down, it actually shoots the missile out. So there's some projectiles there. I'll shoot this one this way so you can see. Alright, so that's how that shoots, and overall it's a pretty cool building. So let's zoom out one last time with all the figures and see what we think. Alright guys, so that wraps up my review on this set. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this set is $100, and I honestly totally think it's worth it. You get not one, but two big figs in this set, which is absolutely amazing. A new Iron Man armor, a new Micro Ant-Man, another Outrider, which is kind of boring, and you get Captain Marvel if you didn't happen to pick up the set from her movie. So overall, there's a lot of cool things that work for this set, and I really, really like it. But I want to know what you guys think. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of this set, and let me know if you plan on picking it up. I've dropped a link in the description below if you'd like to get this from Target.com. That would be super awesome, because if you purchase from that link, I actually get a little affiliate kickback credit, which will help fund this channel. So I have Target.com listed down there, and Lego.com, depending on where you like to shop. So be sure to drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. So I've got more Avengers Endgame set reviews on the way soon, and I can't wait to show you what I've got in store. So hit subscribe, I'll see you guys on the next review, and until next time, build on. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.